Breaking news, everyone. I just got the biggest jump scare of my life. I went off of Twitter for like 5 minutes. I come back and at 3 o'clock, there's a brand new announcement of Doctor Who's future. They've officially confirmed its future. Now, I haven't read the article yet. I've just seen the tweet, so we are going to be getting right into it. So subscribe if you're new. I'm so happy right now that we finally have something official to talk about and something official to bring you. So let's dive right in. BBC confirms future of Doctor Who and a new Christmas special in 2026. Read more on the Doctor Who website. And so yeah, here's the image. Obviously it's of the TARDIS. BBC confirms future Doctor Who and new Christmas special in 2026. Today, the BBC announced that Doctor Who will be back on our screens at Christmas 2026 with a special episode written by Russell T Davies. With Disney Plus confirming that they will no longer be partnering on the next season of the sci-fi show, the BBC remain fully committed to the show and will announce plans for the next series in due course to ensure that the Doctor's adventures continue. Okay, so it's confirmed. Disney are gone. Disney are gone. Disney are out. There is going to be a new episode in 2026, Christmas 2026, written by Russell T Davies, presumably dealing with all the stuff surrounding Billy Piper and the end of the Gatwa era. Lindsay Salt, director of drama at BBC, said, "We'd like to thank Disney Plus for being terrific global partners and collaborators over the past few seasons and the upcoming The War Between the Land and the Sea. The BBC remains fully committed to Doctor Who, which continues to be one of our most loved dramas, and we are delighted to announce that Russell has agreed to write us another spectacular Christmas special for 2026. We can assure fans the Doctor is not going anywhere, and we will be announcing plans for the next series in due course, which will ensure the TARDIS remains at the heart of the BBC. Before next year's special, fans of the beloved series will still have much to enjoy, with The War Between Land and Sea heading to BBC iPlayer and BBC One later this year, as well as the brand new animation series for CBeebies, which is in development. The Doctor Who Christmas special will be produced by Bad Wolf with BBC Studios for the BBC. Okay, interesting. So, 2026 Christmas special, written by Russell. Again, I'm assuming that's going to deal with Billy Piper. That's going to deal with all the stuff that was left hanging at the end of Ncuti's era. Interesting that they don't confirm Russell's continued involvement beyond that point. They do say that the Christmas special will be a BBC and Bad Wolf Studios job, much in the same vein as what the 60th was, but no kind of confirmation that the future of Doctor Who beyond that will be with Russell. I'm not saying it won't be, it might be, but there's actually no confirmation of that here, which I find very, very interesting. Maybe that means they're going with someone new moving forward, but there'll be a one-off special in 2026 to wrap everything up, which, to be honest, I think would probably be the best course of action at this stage. But the more interesting thing, well, there's a ton of interesting things to this. Disney are officially out. They've officially confirmed today that they are no longer a part of Doctor Who, and I think it's safe to say that, with hindsight, this partnership was a mistake. I think we can say that now, Disney are gone. I can say with confidence that that decision to go with Disney was detrimental. And we can talk about the era itself and the issues and the writing and all of that sort of stuff. But I think that Disney themselves have not helped this run of Doctor Who in any way, whether it be making it go out at midnight or at 8 AM in the UK, both of which were incredibly detrimental to its performance. Whether it be down to the months of delays leading to Ncuti Gatwa's departure. All of this stuff has basically contributed to Doctor Who struggling and kind of being in this weird limbo state that we're in. Now, to be clear, that's not me saying that all of this was on Disney. There were mistakes made in the previous era, but the fact that the BBC are committed to the show, and we are getting a new Christmas special in 2026, confirmed, them saying they're committed now isn't just bluster. It isn't just words. We've got a new Christmas special that is under production for next year. Obviously, that does mean nothing this year. However, we will be getting War Between next year alongside the Christmas special. So honestly, not too bad, all things considered, considering we were all saying that this would be basically, potentially another Wilderness Years. Having to wait basically, a few months for the spin-off and then till Christmas for the special isn't too bad, all things told. And it'll be interesting to see what that next series will be beyond that special, because the way that they're wording it, to me, kind of implies that this might be Russell's last thing. I also forgot that the CBeebies thing was planned. I never assumed for a second that the BBC were just going to ditch it. If anything, I've said before that my sort of most likely scenario would be that there'd be a Christmas special of some kind, or like a one-off special with Billy to kind of wrap all of that up. But that is seemingly what is going on. I mean, they haven't said that it's with Billy, but I can assume that's probably what they're going to do. Yeah, it does mean though that War Between is going to land a little bit oddly now. Obviously, yesterday I covered that rumor that it was going to come out Christmas this year, which has now seemingly been debunked. Which just goes to show you really that with rumors you never really know. But yeah, Doctor Who is safe. The future is confirmed, at least for the time being. And I could not be happier, because I can't lie, these last couple of months have been incredibly depressing to be a Doctor Who fan. And whatever your thoughts are on the last era, whatever your thoughts are on any of it, at least we know that the show has a future going forward. There are a lot of unanswers. You know, we don't know whether Russell and Babel for staying on beyond this one special, but I always said that it would be weird to go with a fully new team without seeing this one out and without seeing out the Billy Piper stuff. Like, I wouldn't want to leave, if there is a new team, a new showrunner with, you know, the baggage of all of this kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm kind of glad that that's the decision they've come to here. And yeah, Disney are no longer involved. It looks like, moving forwards, it's going to be a purely BBC-like venture. As in, you know, they haven't announced like another partner for this episode or anything. Maybe they will after this Christmas special, but at least for the time being, it's going back to being a BBC-only thing. That does make me wonder if they can make a season on their own, because they do say in this press release, and we will be announcing plans for the next series in due course. So that does imply that they at least have some idea of what the next series will be. Whether that is with just the BBC or whether that is with another partner, we don't know. But yeah, Doctor Who is safe, and I couldn't be happier. I really couldn't. I'll be interested to see how they try and wrap up everything for Christmas. But, you know, at least now we know what the plan is. So we'll have the spin-off next year, and we'll have a Christmas special as well. So again, not too bad, really, when you think about it, all things considered. It's basically very similar to, like, 2016, really. Essentially, that's exactly what we've got. And then presumably 2027 will be whatever this new series is. So do you know what? I'm pretty happy with that. A lot of unknowns, a lot of unanswered questions, but at the very least, our fears can somewhat be put to rest after months of speculation and fervent rumours. So thank you all for watching. Thank you all for sticking with me over these difficult few months. I'll have a lot more content coming, don't worry. This won't be the end of my more kind of like original content and shorts and that kind of thing. I'm going to be keeping that going, but I am very glad that the show is going to still be on, obviously. Not only as a fan, but also because I love talking about the show, and I love talking about the show to you guys. And it did make me feel sad to know that maybe it wasn't going to continue, but all those fears are now put to rest. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you later.